Welcome to the Banned History Podcast. I'm your host, Ben Carter. Picture this: a civilization teetering on the brink of oblivion, its once vibrant cities turned to dust, its brilliant minds silenced forever. The only thing that remains of their once grand society is an ancient text, a cryptic collection of symbols and diagrams that seem to hold a secret so powerful it could change the course of human history. They called it the elixir of life, the ambrosia of the gods, the potion of immortality. Could it be possible that the ancients discovered the secret to eternal life? Throughout human history, mankind has been obsessed with the idea of immortality. From the legendary Fountain of Youth to the Holy Grail, from the Philosopher's Stone to the mythical peaches of immortality in Chinese lore, our ancestors have left us countless tales of magical substances that promised eternal life. But were these mere fantasies, or did they stem from a deeply buried truth? Did ancient civilizations, in their profound wisdom and knowledge, stumble upon the secret to eternal life? In the ruins of the ancient city of Mohenjo-daro, archaeologists discovered a seal depicting what appears to be a tree of life. In Egyptian mythology, the gods were said to dine on a special bread made from the grains of the tree of life that granted them immortality. The ancient Sumerians believed in a plant of life that was guarded by the gods in a distant land. Could these symbols and stories be more than mere myths and legends? Could they be coded messages, clues left behind by the ancients, pointing to the existence of an actual source of immortality? Poring over these ancient texts and symbols, scholars have tried to decipher their hidden meanings. Some have suggested that the elixir of life was not a physical substance, but a metaphor for spiritual enlightenment. Others have pointed to possible scientific explanations, like the use of advanced herbal remedies, or perhaps a rudimentary understanding of genetics and cell regeneration. Still, others delve into the realm of the supernatural, suggesting that the ancients might have had access to otherworldly knowledge or technologies that have been lost to time. This theory is supported by the inexplicable architectural marvels they left behind, like the pyramids of Egypt or the megalithic structures of Stonehenge, structures that even today's technology struggles to replicate. The notion that ancient civilizations might have discovered the secret to immortality is a tantalizing one. It speaks to our deepest fears and hopes, our fear of death and our hope for a life without end. But as we delve deeper into this mystery, we must tread with caution. For if the ancients did indeed discover the secret to eternal life, why did they fall? Why did their civilizations crumble into dust? Could it be that the secret they discovered was not a blessing but a curse? A forbidden knowledge that was too dangerous to wield? As we continue this journey, let us not forget that sometimes the quest for immortality is not about defying death, but understanding life. And perhaps in the cryptic symbols and ancient texts left behind by our ancestors, we will find not just the secret to eternal life, but a deeper understanding of what it means to be truly alive. The pursuit of immortality has been woven into the tapestry of human culture since the dawn of civilization. In the forgotten corners of the world, lost civilizations have left behind traces of their quests for eternal life. Their stories, preserved in stone, papyrus, and clay, whisper of a time when gods walked among men, and mortality was but a hurdle to overcome. Let's turn our gaze to the ancient Egyptian civilization, flourishing on the banks of the Nile around 3000 BCE. The Egyptians held a profound belief in the afterlife, embodied in the concept of Ankh, representing eternal life. This belief was so deeply ingrained that it shaped their entire civilization, dictating their religious practices, influencing their architecture, and even informing their social structures. The grandeur of the pyramids, those colossal tombs built for pharaohs, bear testimony to this obsession with immortality. But the Egyptians were not alone in their quest. Travel eastward to the cradle of civilization, Mesopotamia, where the ancient Sumerians penned the Epic of Gilgamesh around 2000 BCE. This ancient epic tells of King Gilgamesh's quest for immortality, leading him to the ends of the earth and beyond in search of a plant that could grant eternal life. Across the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, we find the ancient Chinese civilization, where the quest for immortality took a different form. Chinese emperors, driven by Taoist beliefs, sought the elixir of life, a mythical potion believed to confer eternal life on those who consumed it. This pursuit permeated every aspect of their society, leading to advancements in alchemy, medicine, and even astrology. In the heart of Mesoamerica, the Mayans, a civilization known for their astronomical prowess, believed in a cyclical view of time. For them, death was not an end but a step in an endless cycle of rebirths, a concept that reflects a form of immortality. Every civilization, every culture, every era shares this common thread, a yearning for immortality. But what does this tell us? Is it merely a primal fear of death, or do these ancient tales hint at something more? Were these ancient civilizations onto something? Did they uncover secrets that have been lost to time, secrets that might hold the key to immortality? As we move forward, we will delve into these civilizations, these beliefs, and these quests for eternal life. We will explore the symbology, the rituals, the texts, and the scientific advancements that these ancient civilizations made in their quest for immortality. And perhaps in their stories, we will find echoes of our own quest for understanding, our own yearning for a life without end. Let us commence with the ancient civilization that has left us some of the most concrete evidence of their quest for immortality: the Egyptians. The Egyptians left behind tangible artifacts and texts, the most significant of which is the Book of the Dead, a collection of funerary texts consisting of spells, prayers, and incantations to guide the deceased in the afterlife. This book, found in most tombs, was intended to ensure the deceased's eternal existence in the afterlife, a form of immortality. The book is replete with mystical incantations and complex rituals, suggesting a sophisticated understanding of death and the afterlife. But more than that, the Book of the Dead reveals that the Egyptians held a deep belief in a form of life after death, a form of immortality that could be attained through specific rites and knowledge. In the East, the ancient Chinese quest for immortality led to the creation of numerous alchemical texts. Among these, the Bao Puzi, written by Ge Hong in the 4th century, stands out. This esoteric text discusses various methods of achieving immortality, including the use of elixirs, talismans, and meditative practices. It's a testament to their relentless pursuit of eternal life. Meanwhile, the Sumerians left behind an epic poem, the Epic of Gilgamesh, which illustrates their understanding of life, death, and the possibility of immortality. The epic's hero, Gilgamesh, embarks on a perilous journey to discover the secret of eternal life, a secret supposedly held by Utnapishtim, a man who survived a great flood and was granted immortality by the gods. Modern archaeologists have unearthed clues to the Mayans' understanding of immortality in the ruins of their temples and cities. Hieroglyphs and carvings depict the cyclical nature of life and death, suggesting a belief in reincarnation, a form of immortality. These texts and artifacts, though separated by centuries and continents, paint a vivid picture of humanity's age-old quest for immortality. They reveal a universal desire to transcend the limitations of mortality, to seek a life beyond death, a life eternal. It's a desire that still resonates today, a desire that perhaps holds the key to unlocking the secrets of immortality. As we continue to explore this subject, we will delve deeper into these ancient texts, artifacts, and beliefs. We will examine the symbolism, the rituals, the scientific advancements, and the esoteric knowledge these civilizations possessed. For within these ancient narratives, we may find the echoes of our own yearning for immortality, our own quest for a life without end. The core theory underpinning the quest for immortality in these ancient civilizations revolves around the belief in a form of life beyond death, achieved through specific knowledge, practices, or substances. At the heart of this theory is the assumption that mortal life is not the end, but rather a stage in a larger cycle or a threshold to a different form of existence. Yet this theory presents its own set of anomalies. It defies mainstream history, logic, and science. History tells us that life is finite, with a clear beginning and a clear end, Logic insists on the inevitability of death, the inescapable conclusion to every life. Science, with its empirical evidence and rigorous methods, supports the historical and logical perspectives, reinforcing the concept of life as a temporary state. But the ancient Egyptians, Chinese, Sumerians, and Mayans saw things differently. They believed in possibilities that went beyond the conventional understanding of life and death. They proposed a radical, alternative view of existence, a view that defies the boundaries of time, the laws of nature, and the constraints of mortality. The Egyptians, for instance, believed in a form of afterlife, as outlined in their Book of the Dead. This belief defies the historical account of life's finitude and implies a continuation of existence beyond the physical realm, a concept that challenges our scientific understanding of life and death. The Chinese, in their quest for immortality, turned to alchemy. The Bao Puzi, a text written by Ge Hong, suggests the use of elixirs, talismans, and meditative practices to achieve eternal life. This notion disrupts the logical progression of life and introduces the idea of a man-made path to immortality, an idea that contradicts our scientific knowledge of the natural world. The Sumerians, as depicted in the Epic of Gilgamesh, believed in the possibility of immortal life granted by the gods. This belief not only disrupts the historical record of human mortality, but also introduces the concept of divine intervention in human life, a concept that challenges our scientific worldview. Finally, the Mayans, as evident in their hieroglyphs and carvings, believed in reincarnation. This belief implies a cyclical nature of life and death, suggesting that life is not a one-time event but a recurring process, a concept that contradicts our historical, logical, and scientific understanding of existence. These ancient civilizations dared to believe in the extraordinary, in the possibility of eternal life. They dared to challenge the conventional, to defy the known and the accepted. In doing so, they put forth a radical theory of immortality, a theory that, despite its anomalies, continues to challenge our understanding of life and death. In exploring this theory of immortality, it's crucial to examine the physical and scientific evidence that these ancient civilizations have left behind. Our modern scientific tools allow us to delve into the past and scrutinize these artifacts. Yet, in this pursuit of knowledge, we may find that our understanding is both enlightened and challenged by the mysteries of these ancient civilizations. Carbon dating, for instance, enables us to measure the age of these ancient artifacts. This technique measures the amount of carbon-14, a radioactive isotope, left in an artifact. The amount of carbon-14 decreases over time, allowing us to estimate the age of the artifact. This technology has assisted in dating the Book of the Dead, the Bao Puzi, and the Epic of Gilgamesh, validating their ancient origins. Yet the age of these texts does not explain the extraordinary knowledge they contain, knowledge that seems to defy our current understanding of the natural world. The monumental megalithic constructions of these civilizations further fuel this mystery. The Great Pyramid of Giza, for example, aligns with the cardinal directions with a precision that modern technology struggles to replicate. The Chinese tombs, Mayan temples, and Sumerian ziggurats also display an advanced understanding of engineering, mathematics, and astronomy. These constructions suggest a level of knowledge and sophistication that seems to surpass their historical context. Yet how they acquired such knowledge remains an enigma. Sacred geometry, another fascinating aspect of these civilizations, is a concept that attributes meaningful shapes and proportions to the design of their buildings and artifacts. This principle suggests a deep understanding of mathematical patterns and their spiritual significance. Modern science acknowledges these patterns, but can't explain why these ancient civilizations attached such profound significance to them. DNA studies, too, have opened new avenues for understanding our past. Analysis of mummified remains has revealed intriguing details about ancient lifestyles, diets, and diseases. Yet, despite these revelations, the DNA of these ancient people does not explain their unique beliefs and practices around immortality. Thus, our modern scientific methods can only take us so far in understanding these ancient civilizations and their beliefs. While they can validate the age of artifacts, explain the construction of monuments, and analyze the DNA of these ancient people, they fall short in explaining the profound knowledge and wisdom reflected in these civilizations' art, literature, and spiritual beliefs. There remains a gap, a space where the tangible evidence ends and the intangible begins, a realm where the empirical gives way to the inexplicable. It is here, in this realm of the unexplained, that the concept of immortality resides. And it is here that we must tread carefully, with an open mind and an open heart, as we continue our journey into the mysteries of ancient immortality. Yet despite the mounting evidence, there remains a significant pushback against the notion that ancient civilizations had knowledge of or even discovered immortality. This resistance comes from different quarters: academia, mainstream media, and established institutions. The reasons behind this suppression are as varied as the sources themselves. In academic circles, the dominant perspective is that of scientific materialism. This viewpoint maintains that only material or physical things are real, and that everything, including consciousness, can be explained in terms of physical processes. Therefore, for many academics, the idea of immortality, especially as understood by ancient civilizations, is met with skepticism. It's perceived as a product of myth, superstition, and wishful thinking. The academic world often dismisses these immortality theories as pseudoscience, arguing that they lack rigorous scientific proof. Mainstream media, for its part, tends to follow popular scientific opinion. Stories that question the prevailing worldview or challenge established theories are often sidelined. They're considered too controversial or too speculative for mainstream audiences. Consequently, theories about ancient civilizations and their potential knowledge of immortality rarely make headlines. Instead, they are relegated to the fringes, confined to niche publications or alternative media outlets. Institutions like museums, too, often shy away from these topics. They're tasked with the responsibility of preserving and presenting history in a way that aligns with accepted academic research. Presenting theories about ancient immortality risks inviting criticism, and could even jeopardize their credibility. Therefore, they opt for a safer, more conventional narrative. This pushback and suppression, however, have not deterred the seekers of hidden knowledge. Many researchers, writers, and explorers continue to delve into the mysteries of ancient civilizations and their beliefs about immortality. They argue that just because we can't explain something scientifically today doesn't mean it didn't exist or isn't real. Science itself is continually evolving, and what is dismissed as mere myth or superstition today could be validated by the science of tomorrow. Moreover, these researchers consider the mainstream reluctance to investigate these ancient mysteries as a missed opportunity. It's not just about challenging established paradigms, but also about expanding our understanding of our ancestors, and perhaps most importantly, ourselves. After all, if these ancient civilizations had indeed discovered the secret to immortality, wouldn't we want to know? In the end, the quest for the truth about ancient immortality continues, pushing against the tide of mainstream skepticism and suppression. Venturing beyond the physical realm, these theories about ancient immortality plunge us into the rich, fascinating world of spirituality and metaphysics. This is a realm where the linear progression of time is blurred, where the tangible and intangible interweave, and where consciousness takes on a life of its own. In this view, immortality is not just about physical longevity. Instead, it's about the continuity of consciousness, the enduring soul that transcends the temporal confines of our physical bodies. This perspective aligns with many religious and philosophical traditions around the world. From the Hindu concept of Atman and the Buddhist idea of rebirth, to the Christian belief in an eternal soul. If ancient civilizations had indeed discovered this deeper form of immortality, it would fundamentally change our understanding of human origins and existence. It suggests that we are more than just physical beings, bound by the laws of biology and physics. Instead, we are spiritual entities, capable of transcending our physical limitations and connecting with a larger cosmic reality. This perspective also has profound implications for our understanding of divine purpose and cosmic design. It suggests that our existence is not just a random occurrence in an indifferent universe. Instead, it implies a grand, purposeful design behind our creation and existence, a divine plan in which we are active participants, not passive recipients. In this context, the knowledge of immortality is not just about cheating death or achieving eternal youth. Instead, it's about realizing our true nature and fulfilling our divine potential. It's about breaking free from the illusions of mortality and realizing our inherent divinity. It's about living our lives with a deeper sense of purpose, wisdom, and dignity. Moreover, this perspective on ancient immortality invites us to reconsider the nature of knowledge itself. It suggests that there are different ways of knowing, different pathways to truth, that go beyond the empirical and rational methods of modern science. These include spiritual practices like meditation, contemplation, and prayer, which were highly valued in many ancient civilizations. In the end, whether or not ancient civilizations discovered the secret to immortality, their beliefs and practices offer a rich treasure trove of wisdom. They invite us to expand our understanding of life and death, challenge our assumptions about reality, and inspire us to live our lives with a deeper sense of purpose and meaning. They remind us that the quest for immortality is not just about adding years to our lives, but about adding life to our years. The quest for immortality, as depicted by ancient civilizations, has cast a long shadow over the centuries, influencing our media and culture in profound and unexpected ways. This fascination with the timeless is not confined to the dusty pages of forgotten tomes or the solemn halls of academia. Instead, it pulsates through our multimedia platforms, seeping into our collective consciousness. In the realm of film and television, countless documentaries such as The Immortalists and The Search for Life, The Drake Equation, explore the concept of eternal life from various angles. These productions often blend scientific speculation with spiritual philosophy, reflecting our complex and nuanced views on immortality. They not only examine the possibility of biological immortality through advances in medical science and technology, but also delve into the metaphysical dimensions of eternal life. In literature, immortality is a recurring theme in both fiction and nonfiction. From Mary Shelley's Frankenstein to José Saramago's Death with Interruptions, authors have used the concept of immortality to explore fundamental questions about human existence, morality, and aspiration. These works stimulate our imaginations and invite us to reflect on the implications of eternal life. In the sphere of digital media, platforms like TikTok and YouTube are brimming with content related to immortality. From short, engaging videos that explore scientific breakthroughs in longevity to in-depth discussions on the philosophical implications of eternal life, these platforms facilitate a dynamic and interactive exploration of the subject. They allow us to engage with the concept of immortality from diverse perspectives, fostering a global conversation on this fascinating topic. Furthermore, the Internet has given rise to a multitude of online communities dedicated to truth-seeking and exploration of the unknown. These digital forums provide a space for individuals to share their thoughts, experiences, and theories on immortality. They often delve into the spiritual and metaphysical aspects of eternal life, echoing the beliefs and practices of ancient civilizations. They reflect our enduring fascination with immortality and our collective effort to decipher its mysteries. In essence, the portrayal of immortality in media and modern culture is an echo of our ancient past, a reflection of the timeless human desire to transcend the limitations of mortal life. The influence of ancient civilizations' perspectives on immortality continues to permeate our collective consciousness, shaping our understanding of life, death, and the possibilities of existence beyond the physical realm. In this context, the quest for immortality is not only a scientific endeavor, but also a spiritual journey, a continuous exploration of our potential and our place in the cosmic order. In the pursuit of understanding the ancient civilization's quest for immortality, we inevitably venture into the unconventional territories of fringe theories and esoteric offshoots. These tangential narratives, though often dismissed as fantastical or sensational, can provide intriguing perspectives on the subject. They can cause us to question the familiar narratives and invite us to consider the possibility of realities that lie beyond our conventional understanding. One such theory is the ancient astronaut hypothesis, which postulates that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in antiquity and shared advanced knowledge with early human civilizations. Proponents of this theory argue that the ancients' understanding of immortality might have stemmed from their interaction with these celestial visitors, who, with their advanced technology, seemed to defy the natural laws of life and death. This theory draws upon various ancient texts and artifacts, interpreting them as evidence of otherworldly encounters. Alternatively, some researchers believe that the ancients might have stumbled upon lost technologies that granted them extraordinary longevity, or even immortality. These technologies, they speculate, could have been remnants of advanced prehistoric civilizations, perhaps Atlantis or Lemuria, whose knowledge was lost to time. These speculations are often tied to unexplained archaeological findings and enigmatic structures like the Great Pyramids or the Nazca Lines, which some argue showcase technological prowess beyond the capabilities of the ancients. Another strand of thought explores the possibility of interdimensional beings influencing ancient civilizations. Adherents of this theory suggest that these entities could traverse different dimensions, thereby appearing immortal to humans confined within the three-dimensional world. These ideas are often linked to ancient mythologies and religious texts, which describe beings with godlike abilities and immortality. Yet another intriguing notion is the existence of hybrid bloodlines, offspring of humans and divine entities that were believed to be immortal. This concept is found in various ancient mythologies, like the Greek demigods or the biblical Nephilim, who were said to possess extraordinary abilities and longevity. These theories, while firmly on the fringes of mainstream scholarship, offer tantalizing glimpses into alternative explanations for the ancients' fascination with immortality. They invite us to question our assumptions, broaden our perspectives, and consider the possibility of a reality far more complex and mysterious than we could ever imagine. While these theories may not provide definitive answers, they certainly add to the richness and depth of our exploration into the ancients' quest for immortality, a quest that continues to captivate us even today. As we survey the possible explanations for the ancients' fascination with immortality, it becomes clear that the question isn't so much whether they discovered the secret to eternal life, but rather how they interpreted and pursued this elusive concept. The stories and theories we've delved into reveal a complex tapestry of belief systems and cultural practices that continue to bewilder and fascinate us. In their quest for immortality, did these ancient civilizations uncover truths about existence that we, in our modern sophistication, have overlooked or dismissed? Were they privy to knowledge or technologies that have since been lost to the sands of time? Or were they simply grappling with the same fear of mortality that continues to haunt the human consciousness, expressing it through their myths, rituals, and art? It's a tantalizing thought, the possibility that our ancestors may have held the key to immortality. And yet, it's also a sobering reminder of our own mortality, a mirror reflecting back our deepest fears and hopes. It's a narrative that has been woven into the fabric of our collective human experience, shaping our understanding of life and death, and sparking our insatiable curiosity about the mysteries of existence. How much of this ancient wisdom remains hidden, waiting to be rediscovered? And what might we learn from it? Could the keys to longevity or even immortality be lurking in some forgotten text, obscured artifact, or enigmatic structure? If so, what might this mean for our understanding of life, death, and existence itself? It's tempting to dismiss these theories as mere flights of fancy, the product of overactive imaginations. But what if there's more to it? What if we're only scratching the surface of a profound truth that our ancestors understood, and that we're now just beginning to comprehend? These questions, while unsettling, are also deeply intriguing. They invite us to peer beyond the veil of accepted knowledge, to question our assumptions, and to explore the uncharted territories of human understanding. They force us to confront the unknown and the unknowable, and to grapple with the tantalizing possibility that there may be more to this life and to death than meets the eye. As we journey through the labyrinth of history, can we ever truly understand the ancients' perception of immortality? Or will it remain an enigma, a haunting echo of a bygone era that continues to captivate our imagination, urging us on in our never-ending quest for understanding. Perhaps the true secret of immortality lies not in the attainment of eternal life, but in the timeless allure of the mystery itself. Thanks for listening. This has been the Band History Podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.